All right, let's get to our next discussion now. The visibility of a woman as a successful entrepreneur is beginning to gain momentum as more women are now at the forefront for leadership and decision making. Now, in the new book titled Becoming the Queen of Talk TV by Morayo Brown, she narrates her experience as a TV host for more than a decade and how women can strive to be valuable in the society. Some people have called her the Oprah Winfrey of Nigeria. Now, joining us in the studio is the author of the book and also a TV host, Morayo Brown, our colleague. It's nice to have you in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, yeah, nice to have you. Yeah. I remember you've hosted me on your show before.
Yes, I have.
Now I'm hosting you on that show.
First time. Good to be on.
All right. Now, let's talk about this book. Right. You know, a lot of people, you have a lot of following. In fact, let me put it out there. Your following is massive, not just in Nigeria. Right. Across the entire African continent and around the world. It's really amazing what you all do with the women in the last decade. But talk to us, one would say you've seen the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs of broadcasting, especially reaching out to people, connecting to people, solving people's problems, you know, and so on. Give us a feel of your everyday on air.
Well, you know, it's quite fulfilling, I would say, Mike, because the show was created specifically to reach women and people out there who are totally disconnected from governance or who are not totally abreast of what's going on in society. So when 10 years ago, you know, I thought of the idea that, you know what, though I was in the U.S. when The View started, when The View with Barbara Walters started, exactly. I knew that, okay, I want to have a version of that when I come back to Nigeria. And I also wanted to do Oprah. I wanted to do Oprah. So I had all those dreams in my mind. So when I moved back home and the opportunity came when I was coming to TVC, I was being hired as deputy director. And then I was doing my interview. I told my interviewer, sir, I'd like to do a show. He said, oh, sure, you're in charge. Do what you want to do. So the reason why we created that show was to give women, regular women. I wasn't really keen on looking for journalists. I wasn't keen on looking for professionals. I just wanted the everyday woman who is out there, who has an opinion, to have a platform to express their views on social issues, on governance, on politics, on business, on lifestyle, on gossip. Just give us a platform to express, because during that time when the show started, it was more men talking on TV. When you talk about issues and governance, you just see a guest full of men and they're talking, and I'm thinking, we are the ones that go to the market. We are the ones having to pay school fees sometimes with our children. We are the ones having to do all the social factors, or engage in social factors. We should also be engaged in these conversations. We should also know who is the president, what they're doing, decision making. We should be part of that conversation. So that's why that show was created. So in the last 10 years, I would say we have evolved. We have grown. We started very raw. Nobody trusts me in the first 2 years. We're just talking off the cuff. But, you know, after growing there and growing organically, you know, we took our time. You know, we grew gradually, and now with 10 years, I'm pretty excited that we've been able to impact a lot of people. And it's a very free and true and real platform. It's not where you come there and then wear on your mantle of, I am a professional. No, it's a mantle of a woman expressing herself. And so I'm pretty proud of 10 years of work that's been done.
Fantastic.
It's even that growth that I also want to ask that you harp on, because yes, there was no template.
Yes.
Okay, there was a template from the American experience, but here in Nigeria, having 4 women at least coming in with, some would say, outrageous views, some would say politically incorrect views. So just being real, as you say. But over the years, one can see that you all have grown. Even those who have moved on, we see them, setting up in various other designations. But what deliberate moves or efforts did you take, as the lead host, to grow? And are you happy with what you've seen now?
Oh, yeah. So it was quite deliberate. When we started, I wanted different women. I wanted the married, I wanted the single, I wanted the Muslim, I wanted the Christian, I wanted everybody. So I want you to come with different experiences and come and express yourself. And
opinions.
Different opinions. And I wanted us to be so different, but yet agree. It was very crucial for me to do that, because I wanted a situation whereby people can see people have different opinions, but yet we're still friends. We still connect. So we can disagree, on who should be president. We can disagree on which party should belong, but we can still be friends because we're Nigerians. You're Muslim, you're Christian, you're from the north, you're from the south. The objective was to bring us together. So I'm really happy about that mix that we had, and it was deliberate. It didn't just happen. We specifically went out to get ladies from different experiences who have an opinion and give them a platform to express themselves. I'm hoping that we can expand at some point to more other diverse cultures not represented yet. So I would love to have somebody from maybe from various areas. Maybe the middle belt. I have middle belts. Maybe in the core north. I would love to have somebody from that on the show at some point. So the real objective is just to give regular women that platform to speak without discrimination.
All right, let's talk about your memoir, the Becoming the Queen of Talk TV.
Yes.
That book is a book a lot of people are looking forward to reading.
Right.
But give us a highlight.
Right.
Some of the things you're touching
Right.
in that book.
So I wanted with that book to share my experience. That listen, you see me on television today, but there was a journey. You know, it didn't start overnight. People always think that, oh, some kind of connection got you on TV. It didn't happen that way. In fact, I was practically poached. You know, but the book chronicles the journey from how I grew up, my experiences, how I was raised. I was the only girl with my mom. Had 3 boys. I didn't grow up with my brothers, and I met them for the first time when I was 15 years when I traveled, and you know, it was quite a different experience knowing that I just had brothers. I used to hear stories of my brothers. I never met them. So all that kind of formed and shaped how I saw life growing up. So eventually, how I got to the US, how I schooled, the challenges I had, coming back home, getting a job, the corporate issues I had, even in working, even in TVC, the various experiences I had. It was a huge experience that formed who I am today and also informed how the show was able to last. Because many have started a show like this,
of course,
but it doesn't last for one thing or the other. Politics get in, you know, a lot of strain happens, but somehow, because of my own experience, because I was very resolute in what my assignment was, I didn't let anything push us away. I knew that your view must stand. So no matter how much force came against it, I said, listen, the vision is clear. I was crystal clear on what I was trying to achieve, and that never moved me. So the fact that I was able to sustain that with the team for 10 years, for me, was huge. And that's why I'm happy where we are now today, and I hope that we can do another 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Nigerians look forward to that.
Absolutely. And rooting for you all the way. But how does the book also capture the impact that the show has garnered over the years? I mean, speaking to diverse people, influential people, regular Nigerians, how does it capture the social change that the show has, brought to Nigerians?
Well, yeah, I think somewhat it does show quite a few of the things we've been able to achieve. The fact that when we say things on television, we're so happy to hear that the next day or 2-3 days after, policies are changing, or people are referencing what we said on television. It's a good feeling. So the book does actually highlight a few of those experiences we've had where we feel proud that when we speak, people actually do listen. And people learn. Wherever we go, we get people calling us, and they're happy that, oh, I named my child Morayo, or now I was able to stay in my marriage because of what you guys shared, or I was able to have a divorce because I realized that I woke up from the fact that I was being beaten up every day. So we get these stories in our DMs, and that is the most fulfilling part of this show. So when we get that message, I was able to share some of those experiences in the book also with people.
Okay. Well, as we wrap up now, of course, we can't but talk about the theme of your event that is coming up, Owambe.
Yeah.
The moment you mention Owambe, everybody thinks about a party.
Yeah.
You're throwing party for the whole world?
Well, actually, my mom has always tried to push me to be more out there. She was a fashionista. She used to wear lots of clothes, but she'd be begging me, Morayo, come on and take your clothes. And I don't answer her. All my aunties, cousins, everybody goes to her and gets clothes. But I just never did. She used to get upset. I have all these clothes in the house. You don't come and pick it up. So, I themed it after her because I knew that I could wear her clothes. I could showcase the fact that my mother used to own this clothes, and all my pictures are about my Owambe, my mom's clothes, and I just wanted that to be about a celebration, just to remember her, to make her be part of the event, because I would have loved for her to be alive at this time where I'm having this book. But since she's not there, because we're all dressed the way she would have loved us to dress, that's why
she's alive in you.
Yes,
she's alive in you.
Yes, she is.
And she'll be
fantastic.
most definitely proud
No,
about
of course.
seeing the Morayo right
This
now.
this Owambe, we all have to be there.
Yes.
We have to
I'm
be there
expecting
so we
you.
can celebrate.
Absolutely.
Now, we must thank you for what you're doing. And we've got, in fact, personally, I've got calls from Kano at a time from some group of women who wanted to reach out on your show, listening to what you do and how you connect people, solving people's problems right there on air and so on. Keep up the great work.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Camille.
Great. All right. We look forward to the Owambe.
No problem. All right, cool.